Bullying. Just the word alone makes most parents' hearts sink. But here's the reality. Most children who are bullied never walk through the door and announce it. They don't say, "Mom, Dad, I'm being bullied." Instead, they hide. They stay silent. And their silence can last weeks, months, sometimes it can last years. I'm Dr. Leo, and in this video, I'll share with you 7 hidden signs that your child might be facing bullying. Signs they often won't say out loud, but their behavior whispers. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. In this video, we'll focus on the warning signs, and in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to fix it, how to support your child to rebuild their confidence and stop the cycle. So stick with me until the end, and make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss part 2. One of the first cracks that you may notice in your child's routine is around food or sleep. Maybe your child suddenly skips breakfast before school. Maybe they binge on snacks late at night, or they wake up in the middle of the night with stomach aches or nightmares. Why? Because bullying creates stress, and stress doesn't always show up in words. It shows up in the body. I once spoke to parents of a 12-year-old girl who developed severe stomach pains every weekday morning. Doctors found nothing physically wrong. Later, she admitted she was terrified of the cafeteria, where bullies mocked her every single day. The stomach pain? It was her body's alarm system. As a parent, take notice of these patterns. If your child eats normally on weekends but loses appetite during school days, that's not a problem. If sleep becomes restless only on nights before school, that is a signal. Bullying often hijacks a child's most basic needs: food, sleep, and safety. And when those shift, something deeper may be happening. Moving on to sign number 2, which are unexplained injuries or accidents. Kids get bumps and bruises, that's part of childhood. But repeated or unexplained injuries are a different story. A scratch that came from gym class, a bruise they don't remember getting, a ripped shirt that caught on a fence. Sometimes these excuses are real, but when they become frequent, vague, or dismissive, it can be a cover for bullying. I once worked with a 9-year-old boy who always had red marks on his arms. He insisted he was just clumsy, but eventually, it came out that other kids were pinching and grabbing him on the playground. He didn't want to admit it because he thought his parents would be disappointed in him for not being strong enough. Here's the key. Kids who are bullied often feel shame, not just fear. They don't want to bother their parents, or they feel it's their fault. So they hide the truth under the word accident. As a parent, if the stories don't add up, be curious, not accusatory. Say, "I noticed these bruises. I care about you and I want to understand what's going on." That safe space can open doors. Moving on to sign number 3, lost or damaged personal items. Bullies often go after belongings before they go after the child directly. A phone charger that mysteriously disappears. A lunchbox that's always missing. A backpack that comes home torn. And here's the tricky part. Many kids won't admit their things were stolen. They'd rather say, "I lost it." Why? Because admitting theft means admitting they couldn't protect themselves. I remember a 13-year-old who kept coming home without his school supplies. His parents thought he was forgetful. Later, he confessed other kids were taking his pencils and throwing them away, just to humiliate him. If items go missing repeatedly, or if your child seems oddly detached about losing things, don't dismiss it. Ask gentle questions. Sometimes broken belongings are the first silent evidence of bullying. Sign number 4, declining grades or avoiding school. Bullying doesn't just wound the heart, it hijacks the mind. Imagine trying to focus on a math problem while your brain is screaming, "Will they hit me at recess?" Concentration collapses. These signs include sudden drops in grades, homework left undone, begging to stay home, or complaints of headaches or stomach aches every single morning. I once worked with a 14-year-old honor student. Within months, her grades plummeted. Her teachers assumed she was lazy. The real reason? She dreaded walking past a group of students who taunted her every day after class. When kids avoid school or their academic performance crashes, don't just think laziness or lack of effort. Ask yourself, is school a safe place for my child or a battlefield? Sign number 5. Social withdrawal. Bullying thrives in silence, and one of the strongest clues is withdrawal. A child who once loved playing outside now hides in their room. A teen who used to have a circle of friends suddenly spends weekends alone. Yes, teenagers often want more privacy, but here's the distinction. Normal withdrawal still comes with joy. Music, hobbies, texting with friends. But bullying withdrawal comes with sadness, like silence, irritability, or avoidance. One mother told me, "My son spends all day online. I thought he was addicted to video games. But in reality, the game was his escape from the kids who bullied him at school." Withdrawal isn't just about being alone. It's about losing interest in things that once brought joy. And when that happens, parents need to pay attention. Sign number 6 is emotional outbursts or sudden mood swings. Bullying creates emotional storms. Some kids turn the storm inward, sadness, silence, numbness. Others explode outward, like shouting, crying, or slamming doors. Parents often mislabel this as teenage drama or bad attitude, but ask yourself, is this new? Is it intense? Is it tied to school days? I once saw a boy who became angry at the smallest things. A spilled drink, a sibling touching his stuff. His parents thought it was hormones. But under that anger was pain. Bullies had been mocking him daily, and the only safe place to release that frustration was at home. So remember this, anger is often a mask for hurt. If your child's moods feel unpredictable, it might not be about defiance. It might be about suffering. Sign number 7, low self-esteem and negative self-talk. Perhaps the most heartbreaking sign is when your child starts to believe the bully's lies. "I'm stupid. I'm ugly. Nobody wants me around." When negative self-talk appears, it means the bullying is no longer just external. It's being internalized. The bully's voice has become the child's inner voice. I once had a teen girl who stopped taking photos with friends. She said, "I don't want to ruin the picture." Nobody told her that. She told it to herself. Because others had chipped away at her confidence for so long. As a parent, when you hear these words, don't just correct them with, "No, you're not." Instead, provide consistent evidence of their worth. Highlight strengths, celebrate achievements, remind them of the qualities that you admire. Over time, these truths can replace the lies. So let's recap the 7 hidden signs. Changes in eating or sleeping, unexplained injuries, missing or broken items, declining grades, withdrawal, emotional storms, and negative self-talk. Any one of these alone may not confirm bullying, but when you notice several together, it's a strong sign that something is wrong. Now, knowing the signs is the first step, but what comes next? In part 2 of the series, we'll dive into exactly what you can do as a parent to fix it, how to support your child, rebuild trust, and take action in a way that really helps. So don't miss it. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.